Welcome back to C#.NET Tutorials. I am Venkat. In this video, let us see what is platform or operating system dependency and independency. Let us see the platform or operating system dependency first. Okay. So in this case, programming languages can be used for developing applications targeting a specific OS, like Windows, Mac OS, like that. Okay, specific OS. That is, when we compile a program, it generates machine code directly, or native code, or executable code targeting the OS, targeting the operating system on which the compilation is made, because machine code is executed by the operating system only. Okay. Because machine code is prepared targeting the operating system. So here we can see machine code is prepared targeting the operating system. So when you want to run a software on particular operating system, you should generate a code which is understandable to that particular operating system. In that case, we can call that as a machine code. Okay, machine code is prepared targeting the operating system. The code prepared for one operating system cannot be understandable to other operating system. Here you can see, for example, there is a source code. Okay, there is a source code written in C language, for example. Okay, so when you compile the C language inside the Windows operating system, it will generate the output which is understandable to that particular machine. That means that particular Windows operating system. If you want to take this code and run inside the other OS, it will not run, because when you are compiling, it is generating this machine code by targeting that Windows machine. Okay. So when you want to run that Windows understandable code inside the Mac OS or Linux OS, it will not work. Again, you need to take the source code to that particular Mac OS, then there you need to compile it. So then only it will generate that Mac OS understandable code. Okay. So that is platform or operating system dependency. Anything that directly interacts with operating system is dependent on OS. Okay. That's a operating system dependent programming language, we can say. Now let us see what is operating system independency. So in this approach, applications that are developed using operating system independent languages like Java or .NET languages will be capable of running on multiple operating systems. Okay, so let us see how this happens with Java and .NET. Here when we compile source code, it will generate the intermediate code, not the machine code. Here intermediate code is nothing but semi-finished code, which is not understandable to any operating system. Okay, intermediate code is nothing but which is not understandable to any operating system. But this intermediate code can be carried and executed on any operating system or machine with the help of a special software which converts intermediate code into machine code. Okay, finished product. When we call it as a machine code, we can call that as a finished product. Okay, and here let us take Java or .NET. So here you can see there is a source code. When you compile that source code, so when you compile that particular source code, it is generating the bytecode, which is not understandable to the any operating system. Okay, so which is intermediate code. So now if you want to execute this inside any operating system, you need this particular software, JVM. Okay, JVM will convert this bytecode into machine code. Okay, in case of .NET also there will be source code. When we compile that source code, So it will generate CIL code, which is Common Intermediate Language Code. Earlier we used to call it as a MSIL, Microsoft Intermediate Language Code. Okay. So now if you want to execute this code inside any operating system, it will not directly execute. It needs a special software like CLR. CLR is nothing but Common Language Runtime. Okay. So if you pass this CIL code to the CLR, this CLR will generate the machine code. That machine code can be run on that particular operating system. Okay. This is how Java and .NET are platform or operating system independent languages. Okay. So the trick is here. When we compile these two languages, it will generate the intermediate language code. That means semi-finished code. When you are running that in particular OS using the help of JVM or CLR, at that time it will generate the machine understandable code. Okay, that's the way how Java and .NET are platform independent or operating system independent. So once the program written in any .NET language is compiled, it will generate CIL code, traditionally known as MSIL. Just now we have discussed. That can be carried for executing on any machine with the help of software CLR. It converts CIL code into machine code. Both JVM and CL are dependent on the operating system, which are required separately for each operating system on which the application executes. So that means when there is a .NET source code or Java source code, this one is the source code. When we run it on when we compile it, okay, so when we compile it, it will generate CIL code, right? CIL code. So if you want to, after generating the CIL code, if you want to run the CIL code inside any operating system, like, so this is Windows operating system, this is Mac operating system, this is Linux operating system. Okay. So when you want to run this particular CIL code inside any of these operating systems, there should be one software installed inside this, that is CLR. Okay, that one is a CLR. In case of .NET, it is CLR. In case of Java, it is JVM. Okay, so these special softwares should be installed inside the particular operating system. So this CIL code will be passed to this CLR. This CLR will generate the machine understandable code. Okay, same way in the other operating systems, this CLR will generate the machine understandable code. So in other operating systems also, this CLR will generate the machine understandable code. So that is how Java or .NET are operating system or platform independent programming languages. Okay. For more videos like this, please like, share and subscribe.